Hi guys, welcome to another episode with the Flop Squad. Today we'll be talking about how to manage your money.
We're not going to talk about how to manage your money. We're going to be talking about money in general.
We're going to be talking
you
about
and I are not giving advice on how to manage your money.
to manage your money, because I feel like it's something very important that you have to learn from a very, very young age. I would say the moment you pop out, you should be learning that thing. You know what I'm saying? No? Okay, cool. But yes,
Okay, go on.
that's going to be our episode for today.
Yeah, anyway, disclaimer. None of us are professionals when it comes to money management. Nadia is going to be giving a lecture in a second. But before we get to that,
I'm a professional.
I don't want to be held accountable for the bad advice that I give.
Yes, please, guys.
In advance.
Don't take it to heart.
But yeah, I guess the topic discussion came from the idea of like actually a lot of us don't spend our money well and don't know how to like utilize our money, and it obviously is a compounding issue. We literally live in a cost of living crisis, so
Yeah.
it would be a really interesting conversation to divulge into. But Nadia, go on, as the expert of managing your money. What's your
Okay, I wasn't always...
3-point lecture, go please.
I wasn't always a professional at it. You know, it's just like happened naturally, slowly.
You were born with the knowledge.
No, did I not say I wasn't a professional at it?
Okay, go on.
It happened naturally, as in like, you know, got into university, getting those £2,000 every
Student finance drops.
student finance drop.
Those are the days.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like school, college, university doesn't teach you like anything about managing your money.
No, absolutely not.
So we're literally, I feel like from 16 until you're 25 probably. I would say 25, because like 25 is like, because you finish university, like I'll say 21, and 21, 25, you're still like trying to figure out, even though you have a job, but like you want to go out with your friends, you know, there's responsibilities are still like...
When do you start, like, I think a lot of people start working at 16 years actually. That's when people start working.
Yeah, that's
earning,
like
earning
15,
some kind of
16.
income, and then like 17, 18, like college phase, isn't it? Like when
Yeah.
I remember we had EMA. Shout out to the kids that had EMA. I am sorry to this generation, but yeah, for me, EMA was my first like source of income.
Yeah.
And then I started working also on top of EMA. But yeah, that's when I started getting money. Like,
And that's when you started spending. That's when you got a taste of like, this is the life, guys. This is the
100%. I was living the life.
And like, you had no responsibilities. I mean, what? You went home.
From an ethnic household, mate. My responsibilities.
You went home. Food was ready for you. Everything was ready for you. You have to do is like eat and then go out again. That's college, by the way. College, that's how you used to behave. Because in school, it was like you went home and you stayed home. For me, at least.
True.
But college, that's when you get the taste of like, you're going out. You know, you're going shopping with your friends. You're seeing new things, and you literally want to buy everything.
Yeah. I want to have what the latest this, latest
Yes.
that, the latest that. Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like at that age as well, as that age, like you're starting seeing guys, so you want to look good for those guys as well. So I feel like it's that age where everything like becomes, you know, a bit. It's a serious business. So your money is literally like.
Can't relate.
Oh no! This is the phase where you got introduced to makeup. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's when I started. No, college. Yeah, college.
College,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. I did start spending money.
So
Bad. Makeup.
let's just say the management there was the worst, and I'm sure I
college
wasn't
level.
the only one. College. And
I'm
uni.
not gonna lie to you. I'm very opposite to you. I was very good at college. I used to save money in college.
And never.
I used to save money so much.
Nope.
Like I used to literally, I think we used to get £30 a week from EMA, and like I would save probably most of it because I would walk to school.
I used to walk to school, but
I spend my money on food mostly, but then the
Yeah.
rest I would save.
yeah.
And like, yeah, so I saved EMA, and I would spend that on like a jacket if I wanted, like clothes when I wanted. Do you know what I mean? But I saved my money in college. It's when I went to uni,
My things got real.
I was like a £2,000 drop in the bank account. It was like a lot of money. Like £2,000 was like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's
it
about
was
to
a
hit
lot.
my
It
account.
was a lot.
And the thing is, right, anyone that's been to university knows that, you know, when student finance, the date's going to drop,
Yeah.
and you get like a notification. Mm-hmm. So it was like, you're already like for a month ahead planning out what you're going to spend that money on,
Yep.
how you're going to allocate it, what you're going to do with it. Do you know what I mean?
That's all planned.
100%.
That money was never there.
I had like baskets ready to
would
be checked out.
disappear.
Baskets ready to check out. Gone.
It was.
But yeah. And then what happened? So like, tell us when you got educated and how you.
Honestly, like, because I got into university and it was like, she's saying we're doing all sorts. We were going out. I mean, we were going Liverpool straight after uni. Like, let's just go out. Let's go eat. Shopping. Oh my goodness. Shopping it was like an addiction. Like my hands would itch if I didn't buy something. And I'm not even joking. Like it literally, it would itch.
Okay.
New handbags, new everything. And then it just got to a point that you're like, this is not going to take you anywhere in life. Jokes. Actually, no. It's like, it just got to a point that, because I didn't live with family then.
Yeah, that's true.
When I moved into uni, my grandma wasn't here anymore. So I was living by myself. It was me and my brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
So things changed, like I had responsibilities now, I couldn't. And also, I couldn't ask money from my mom because, let's be honest, the reason I started working quite early at 16 is because that woman used to ask me, what do you need the money for? Like, where's this money going? Like, she want a whole, like, detail of where the money is going, which is fine. It's her money. She wants to know.
You're talking about your mom?
Yep. She wants to know where the money is going, so it's fine. So because of that, I learned really early to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to get my own money.
Yeah.
But when I did get my own money, it was obviously going down the hill.
Yeah.
But I was living with my grandma, so it was fine then. But when I started living by myself, things were different. There was rent to pay. There was, bills to pay. There was a phone to pay. And not just mine, it was my brother as well. There was internet. There's little things I had to pay. And let's just say if you're not on top of that, which I wasn't a lot of times, which I'm not going to lie to you, I did flop quite a lot of times.
Can we fast forward the story? Because I know where this is going. I know what you did.
So
I just need you to tell people the dire situation you got
the people need to understand, like, this is, like, you're not the only ones going through it, but it just comes to a point that, like, you're going to have to think, like, is this the life you want?
Yeah. Responsibility literally hit you. Like, it smacked you in the face.
It did smack me in the face that I just went extreme. Like, I went from getting an itch in my hand, spending all the time, to I was not spending at all.
Now, let me explain this. Daddy went from spending money, like me, an absolute spender, love living my best life. As long as I'm happy, money ain't an issue. And then Nadia, like, overnight, when I say overnight, like went to completely, like, watching every penny she spends and being, like, overly cautious. And to me, I was like, the heck's going on here? It was wild. Like, it was just like, I've never seen anyone switch like that in my life. Also, it was weird to me. I was like, are you struggling? Like, what's going on?
Well, I was struggling. Of course I was struggling.
But he wasn't struggling in that sense.
Not in that sense.
It wasn't like you were in a financially dire situation, right?
It was more like I had to change.
That you just decided to start saving money instead of spending money. That was it. That's
not
what it
even
was.
that. Like, I just had, like, I need to change. Like, because, like, if you're gonna be saving money, you can't be wasting the same way. I was wasting it. Like, I was spending. So, like, and for me, like, when I change, I don't do, like, the whole, like, slowly. I hate that. Like, I feel like it annoys me. So I just went, boom, opposite. And it's not even like that I watch, even now, like, it's not that I watch every penny. It's more of, like, I'm really practical. Like, I want to spend money on something that is going to be, like, if it's boots, if it's a jacket, 100%, I'll put a lot of money into it. But if it's just a top or whatever, I don't have to put money into it. I don't need 10,000 tops. Like,
okay,
honestly,
but like, let me contextualize this, right? In the sense of like I think when financial responsibility hits you, right, you see things and you in a different light. Right? Because, like, the reality is you were young.
Not really.
No, because like, you live by yourself, right? But you're still spending money, but you had financial responsibility.
But that's not, like, the way I was spending I didn't need to buy the things I was buying.
Yeah, but it was making you happy.
But no, that's my point. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. It wasn't making me happy. Like, literally, like, it was an addiction. Like, I wasn't getting anything from it. You know, like I could literally, I could have like 3 outfits and I can rock those outfits 3 different ways. Do you understand? But I was having like 10 outfits. I was rocking only 2 of them and the rest were just there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it made no sense to me. I feel like because I was able to cut myself off from it, I realized that.
Is that when you started saving? Like at that point is when you started saving.
Yeah.
So before that in your life, you never saved.
100%, never. My money used to come in, and because like I said to you, like I started working at 16, when I was in college. So for me, like, and because my mom she was always controlling my money. For me, that freedom was like I can do whatever I want. Okay. And I was home. My grandma was there. Like I didn't have to worry about anything. You know, I had food on the table, I had everything on the table, so I was fine. So I just went all the way out.
That's wild. I think for me it's different, and I think a lot of people.
Yeah, because you like your dad was proper like
100%. Like from the jump, like my dad was always like save your money.
Yeah.
Like even like when we got like money as kids, like say on Eid, like my parents would always be like, my dad would always be like, save your money, like, you know, buy something bigger with it, better with it. Like, in fact, he used to do this thing like if I'd saved so much money, he'd like match it.
Yeah.
So if I'd saved like £20, he'd give me another 20, so I'd have £40.
That's
right?
Great.
And so like I kind of like got in the concept of saving, and then like when I was in college, he told me that like if I save this much money, he'll match it by the end of the year. So like he'd always double what I'd like. So I got into the mindset of saving from early. Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a time in my life, and I know this is like odd for most people, most young people, but there hasn't been a time in my life when I've not had savings.
But it's not, because it depends on your background. Like if your parents were on top of you from the beginning, then of course you're gonna be saving from the beginning.
But I think it's just like when you get used to it, you can't go without it. Like for me, if I don't have any money in my savings, right? It gives me anxiety. Yeah. It stresses me out. Yeah. And a lot of people live on the whim. Like they're like okay with it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's like when I asked my cousin, like he's in college, he's in uni right now, and like he's getting money from university, he's working, and I don't think I've ever seen that guy so broke in his life. He's so broke. And I'm like, why are you not saving money? Like why, like, are you not, especially for rent? Like he needs to pay rent. And I'm asking him like, why are you not saving money for rent? And he literally like says like, because I want to have a good time. And if I have to spend my money to have a good time, then I will.
I love that for him.
I'm like,
I love that.
What do you mean?
I love that so much.
I'm like, what do you
said,
mean?
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Well,
that's what he said.
No, he's definitely here for a long time. He's only 20.
He's here for a good time, not a long time. I'm telling you.
But like at the same time, like I get him, because like I've been through that. Like I was there. I was him, you know, a few years ago. So I get it. But I just feel like we don't get taught anywhere. Not even from my parents at times. Like you got lucky, like your parents were there, and they not only told you to save it, but they put ways of like how to keep you saving it. Because the moment you said I'll match it,
my dad
that's
was
a
saver. My mom is a spender. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So like I think I got the best of both worlds, in the sense of like as much as I save, I spend. Yeah, you definitely do. 100%. Like 100%. Nadia cares more about my expenditure than I do.
Yeah,
I'll be like 100% honest with you.
Not only because, do you know what? The only reason is because like you will buy, literally for me in my head, you buy the same thing. You have like 10 jackets look similar.
Don't own 10 jackets.
How on earth, like, are you even, like, she has things that are still in a bag that she's not opened yet.
It's been donated.
Do you mean what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Like the way it's like, and that's what I mean. Like for me,
I'm not gonna lie to you, you're right, 100%. I think that we went through a phase when fast fashion like was a thing, right? And I would buy like bags of outfits. Yeah. I remember like Amazon packages that used to be that big and like all this stuff. But like I don't do that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like that nobody, okay, I'm not gonna say nobody, but like I don't really buy into fast fashion anymore in that sense at all. But you're right, like there was a phase that I went through where I was buying clothes like
left, right, center,
100%.
And that's what I mean, like
100%. But do you know what is? I never had any regrets. And I don't think I do, because I feel like it was like a...
It was that now, but then she was like, oh, why did I buy this? Why?
Yeah, you're a liar. I'm going to allow you to have that one. Nah, because you know what it is, I feel like there was like an itch that I wanted to scratch. That's what it was. Like, I feel like it was the fact that I was able to control my own wardrobe, able to see something, like it, buy it.
So do
and
you
also, do you know the thing is, by the way, like, and then as I get all older, it's easier for me to give things away. Like that I might like, this might be nice, but I can, in my mind, I'm like, actually, I can afford to buy it if I want it again.
Yeah.
So I can just donate it. I don't need to keep things in my wardrobe because I might once upon a time like it. Like, I see things very differently.
But I mean,
I'm growing
I
older.
buy stuff because I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
You're saying you can always like...
I'm talking about things that like you've had in your wardrobe that you've worn, I bought a couple of years ago. They're still good quality. I just haven't wore it now because it's quite old. Like, I'm happy to donate that now. But before I'd be like,
It's old because you have 1,000 of them inside. And you're
honestly, you have this like fake concept of my wardrobe. But anyways, we're talking about money.
Yo,
Okay?
wardrobe.
It's like fake concept of a wardrobe. It's all fake news. It's fake news, please. It's all fake news.
So, do you think people have to go through this phase? Do you think like we need to like purge whatever, or do you think we don't have to, like, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's different, innit? Like, and everyone goes through like, I think everyone has to go through like a learning journey themselves. But I do think actually parents play a role in teaching their kids about finances, but so do like education systems. Like, I don't think it's about like managing your finances, right? I think it's more than that. I think it's understanding like
Responsibility.
how to be responsible with money, right? And
And
how
that's
to
the
like
home, isn't it?
utilize money, and like how to access like support when you are in. The reality is, yeah, do you know how many students like go through university like starving themselves?
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
they're like, they either have to like pay their rent or afford food. Like, that's it. But actually there's like other avenues available to them and they just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the thing, like, when you don't have like, when you're not, like, I feel like owning money is like an empowering thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
As I've grown older, like, remember we used to like £2,000 drop student finance, right? And then like the same amount of money is like dropping on a monthly basis, right? But like the reality is your relationship to money has always been like, it comes and it goes so fast.
Yeah.
That like I can't hold on to it, right? And it's like it's scarce as well, especially like if like I was having a conversation today that like made me really think about like how the way we perceive money. And she said to me like, if you've grown up in like in a situation where you haven't been around money, right? And like you've seen your parents struggle, and like the biggest issue and barriers like you felt growing up was the lack of money, right? You're always gonna have that broke mentality. It doesn't matter how much money you make, right? You're always gonna have that broke mentality because you're worried about going back there because it was something that you experienced, you lived through it. Do
So
you know what I mean?
You forever have that fear.
Yeah, you will have that fear. Your kids will have less of that fear. Their kids will have less of that fear. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Right? So it's like a generational thing. But I think also, so what we need to become better at is like, first of all, like learning how to maintain money within our own realms. Like my brother always like
100%.
like my brother
And
always
that's why I say like there's no point of wasting like
no,
if you
not
don't have
wasting it.
that amount of money, so why would you waste that amount on clothes?
Yeah, but I'm talking about now, like beyond like we were kids, right? We were.
No, I'm
like,
talking about now.
Yeah, but we're talking about like the journey of like actually like learning how to be responsible with money, right? And like actually like we've gone through phases of like we were spending money on stupid stuff, but then and then I was spending money on cryptocurrency. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like the money's going somewhere. It's being spent somewhere, right? Yeah. You have an income that comes in, right? It feeds like your basic resources, my food, my rent, my like the bills that needs to be paid. But then after that, right, there's going to be money left over. I either choose to save it, I either choose to do something with it, right? And so like whether I decide to go on holiday, whether it's still an investment on something, right? And so I think it's being smart about like how you invest your money and think about like how you think about your money as well, right? And like going on holiday is an investment in yourself.
100%.
Right? But also buying stuff like clothes is an investment in yourself, right? Because if it makes you feel good, like, this is where we disagree, like in the sense of like, if
100%.
if something makes you feel good, and like hey, wait,
Yeah,
it makes sense to you because you don't agree with this. Like I do to an extent. I'm happy with like if somebody goes and buys a Gucci bag and that Gucci bag makes them happy, and it costs like 3 salaries, whatever. Yeah. Right? That bag makes them happy. Get that bag.
But why would you buy a Gucci bag
It doesn't need to make sense to you.
Salary is not on Gucci.
It doesn't need to make sense to you.
What do you mean it doesn't make? It does need to.
Are they
make
paying
sense
their
to
rent?
me, and that's
Yes.
why I don't do it.
Are they paying their rent? Yes. Are they able to afford their bills? Yes. Is that the money saved over to buy a Gucci belt and that makes them happy? A Gucci bag, whatever. Yeah, cool.
Doesn't make
do
them
your
happy
thing.
anyways.
Do your thing. You're just a hater. Let them be
I'm
happy.
not a hater. Like 100%, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, 100%.
But for me, it's like your money. You need to grow with your money, and it's like I'm gonna do that. Actually, I probably will never do that. That's actually a lie.
The truth
Because what will
comes
happen is I should go on bigger and better holidays. That's literally what I'm gonna do. Because clothes for me, like this sort of things, like brands and stuff like that. My brother loves that. That's like his area. But for me, it's just like, listen, if it's good material, I'm all over it. If it's just whatever.
if it's branded. But here's the thing though, like I'm not.
But even branded stuff nowadays is crap. So I don't even know what you're talking about. Like
No, but we're not talking about the material, the quality.
for me,
whatnot.
it's the quality.
I get that. I get that. And this is why I said you'll disagree with it.
Yeah.
And this is why I care for your opinion in this, right? Because I think the reality is, right, that like some people will just earn the same salary for a long time. Like they won't. Like let's be honest, right? If you're a teacher, you're never gonna earn Louis Vuitton, Gucci like type of salary. That's never gonna happen.
But why would you? Anyways, yeah.
Right? But this is the thing. You're putting people in boxes and brackets. Like you can't.
I'm not putting people in boxes.
Yes, you are.
Listen. If you want to buy it 100%, buy
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
But in my
Makes them
head,
happy. It's an investment to them.
But in my head, I'm like,
It's not an investment to you. It doesn't make sense to you. And this is what I'm saying. You're being reductive in the sense that like you're not thinking about people see investments in different ways, right? If I'm investing my money in a company, if I'm buying property,
a company makes sense.
To you, but if I'm buying a Gucci bag, I think that's an investment. That's the thing. We value things a different way. When you go on holiday, right?
That's definitely investment.
Exactly. Some people don't see that an investment. Ask my mother. She'll be like, what are you doing? What business? What business do you have? Huh? What business do you have in Italy? Huh? What you're doing in Italy?
Change their mind now.
What's coming out of Italy? Honestly, I don't know why my mom had an accent. No, my mom does not sound
Italian
like
accent.
that. Mom did not have that accent. But like on a serious though, like people see investments in different ways, and I think we need to not isolate that conversation.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
You should be sorry.
Siri does not agree.
You should be sorry. Yeah, okay, I guess, whatever. Yeah, I get it. Honestly, like, I get it, guys. I get it. I honestly think you should definitely spend your money there if you want to. If it makes you happy, I mean, I don't really know you, so probably wouldn't be knocking on your door anyways. So I won't really know. But if it does make you happy, why not? Why not? Go for it. But for me, it's just like...
I don't think people ask for your permission.
I think you should, guys. I think I would be really good at managing your money. So you can leave comments, leave me your details, and I will call you to let you know how it goes. Exactly where you should be investing your money. Holidays. That's definitely like 100%, especially with family. Those are the best holidays ever.
See what I said? This is exactly why I put a disclaimer at the beginning. Don't take advice from us. But like there is something that I learned in terms of about like the money, the income split. I don't know if you've ever heard it, like the third. So like a third of your income should go towards your life expenses.
Yeah.
A third of your income should go to things that like that are on like bills, right? So the first third is like your rent, it's your bills. It's all your expenditure, like the costs, right? The overheads, if you will. And then the other third is like straight into the savings account. And the other third is the things that you want to buy, things that make you happy, like new clothes, you need a new jacket, you wanna go here out with your friends, like just things like that. So that is like the magic trio. Everyone should be aspiring to like having that kind of income. I don't agree with it, obviously, because it's like it's unrealistic in this time, because like imagine living in London and like
London is
trying
crazy.
to do that.
London is crazy. Even Manchester now is crazy. I don't forget
Yeah,
that even
wallahi,
Bolton nowadays is crazy. Like I'm seeing houses at 600, 2 bedrooms. I'm like, what?
She says 600.
I'm actually being nice, right?
Yeah,
I
you
know,
actually are.
I'm being nice.
You know the apartment we used to live in?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Ome's living.
Yeah.
£750. That's what it was when we lived there.
And now it's like
Guess how much it is? It's 1,200.
Be quiet. That apartment is cold as hell.
Manchester. I saw one 6-1 for your lads. It's crazy,
Oh
isn't it?
my goodness.
1,200. Same apartment. Months apart. Crazy.
Yeah, guys, you need to start saving. I'm telling you that.
I'm telling
Leave that LV bag alone. Leave that Gucci bag alone. Start putting that money.
We need generational wealth.
Start putting that money somewhere else, because do you know what? It's just like becoming more aware of like where you put your money. Like, I'm not telling you not to do it. If you can afford it, 100% go for it. Why not? You know, like you said, it makes you happy. Go for it. But if you can't, like, I honestly think that, especially if you're in university, I honestly think that's the age where you make mistakes and you have to learn from them quick. Because once you leave, that's it. Like, you're officially an adult. Like, you know, you got a job now.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to look for a job.
Absolutely. I think it's really important for like people to learn to like build a cushion for themselves, right? And like obviously not talking from like an ignorant perspective of like, if you can't, some people literally live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, 100%. That's different.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But actually, if you have the ability to like, you have extra expenditure that you can do whatever you want with.
Yeah.
Don't use the full expenditure.
Yeah.
Put a portion of that into a savings account. Create a
100%.
cushion for yourself. Like I think for me, I think a good like amount to have saved up at all times is 2 salaries. Because you know they say statistically we're all 2 salaries away, like 2 months away from being homeless, right? So actually, like the reality is, like actually work towards having that kind of like cushion.
100%.
We do live in scary times.
And you don't have to put too much. Like, honestly, like you always think like, oh, it's a lot. Honestly, like you don't have to put a lot. Whatever amount you can put, put it in. As long as you're doing it, as long as you do it either every week. I would suggest every week, because I feel like it's easier to do it every week. But even if it's just like
every time you get paid.
Yeah, every time you get then every month. So every time you get paid, because I get paid weekly.
Some people get paid weekly too, yeah.
Exactly. So if you get paid weekly, depending on how you get paid, you know how much you have in your account. You know
God,
how
I
much
wish to get paid weekly. Oh,
no, you don't. You have no control. So
or bi-weekly. Honestly, it'd be great. Regular income.
Just a little bit. Just put it to the side and like forget about it.
Yeah.
Like literally, like just forget about it.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll see a massive difference. Like it'll feel so good as well. And I think it's very important also to talk to other people about it. Like I feel like at that age you're like afraid of talking, and you all want to pretend like everything's chilling when it's not. So like talk to someone about it. You know, don't be like afraid.
True, you know? People don't talk about money issues.
Yeah, no one does.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at least with my family, it was the whole thing like you get roasted.
For spending money.
For having no money.
Really?
And I don't mean like, and it's
in
that
what way?
In the way that like, what are you doing with your money? Like, you know like when like you used to come home and like they see you come in, you're like, oh, this one is here today. Probably because she has no food at home. I'm like, I have no food at home. How did they know? How did they know? So it's like you go there and like they would roast you, like, which in a way, like when you're younger, you know, you're
not too bad.
No. When you're younger, like you're young, like, you know, everything gets taken personally, and like, you know, you feel a type of way, so you don't go back anymore. It's like, you know what? I prefer starving. I don't care about you guys. I'm not coming back.
You used to much rather starve than like actually 100% and be fed.
No, it wasn't my grandma's, my aunties. My grandma's was chilling. My grandma wasn't there back then.
Oh, okay.
My grandma wasn't there. My grandma was in Portugal. But it was my aunties. So it's that thing, like, don't allow that, like, because, you know, their family, like, they're just messing with you. You know, they're just messing. Everyone's just messing. But don't allow that to stop you from speaking to someone. Like, even if it's just like, you know, an uncle, an auntie that you're really close with, like, talk. Like, don't be afraid. Because, like, I feel like if you're not careful, you put yourself in the hole, and like, and, you know, you just feel something that you probably didn't have to if you had someone there to help you. And so, yeah, I think like it's very, very important to be able to teach your kids to manage your money. And if you have not been taught to manage your money, I think it's very important for you to learn while you're in university to manage your money. And it's very important to talk to your parents about it, or like I said, a member of your family that you can trust, and you can, you know, sit down with them and be like, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think I should do? But at the same time, like at that age, I feel like we're so like hard-headed that we don't really like listen to people. We don't really care.
You know what? Money is one of those things that like is like a taboo to talk about. It's like weird. It's like it's uncomfortable to talk about. So it's like
it's a weird like taboo. It's like
I don't know.
You don't.
I don't know about you, but like for us, like we don't talk about money, or it's like in the sense of like if I said I have money on me, then that money don't exist anymore. That's my mom's money.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a thing of like ain't nobody talking about,
different.
ain't nobody pretending like, ain't nobody saying they got money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, you guys.
Everyone broke 24/7. Money, what money?
I know exactly.
So the finance thing dropped yet?
Yeah.
We're looking at each other like, nah, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But like the reality is, yeah. But also it was a thing of I think as the older that we get, of course, you become more comfortable talking about money because like you're earning more money, you're able to like support people. You know, you actually are put in a position where you're supporting.
Yeah, you.
But like actually, like the thing is, right? I always know student finance gonna come, right? A percentage of that is going towards my mum, and honestly, now thinking back, rightfully so. I was living in a house, I was being fed, I was being taken care of, right?
The least you could do.
The least I could do is give her a small portion of a student finance.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it was not a huge expense. And the reality is, yeah, it always ended up coming back to me anyways. Because I spent all my money, and then I'd be like, Mom, I need this, Mom, I need that. And who would do it? My mum.
Your mum.
Do you know what I mean? So actually, it was like putting a down payment that I was going to get later.
Yeah.
But
100%.
the reality is, yeah, that the money's dropping. You're like, this mom's going to ask for that money again. So like, I'd be like, oh, I only got 1,300. I'm kidding. And so, yeah, it'd be like, yeah, no, I don't have any money. Because I'm like in my head, like, especially because I was very, like, particular with my money. I think I told you this. When like student finance especially would drop, I'd be like, this much money is going on in my savings. This much money is going on, my travel for the 3 months. This much money is going on this. Like I would have a list of how my money is being spent.
Yeah.
Right? Down to the T, like, and I know exactly how much I'm giving to my mum.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to try lobby me for more. Because she will be successful.
She would.
You know what I mean? She will.
She will try.
No, she will absolutely
succeed.
And she will, that woman's a lawyer. She will succeed. So I would like avoid the conversation. But like also the thing is, right, so I would avoid always talking about money. And then especially with my siblings, because obviously I was an older sibling. And it was like, he's going to ask for money.
Yeah.
All right, what do you need? What do you need? But then I fell into like the thing of like when I started working, it was all right actually. I didn't really care then.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's like your mentality just changes from being a uni student to, all right, now I'm like a responsible adult. Like I can actually like give to my siblings and to my cousins.
Yeah, because it's like I'm gonna get paid again next month. It's all right.
Not for me.
That's how I used to think.
For me, it wasn't even that. For me, it was like I actually wanted to do it. Like I actually wanted like to be able to be like, here, brother, you can have this. like I'm able to give this to you.
Yeah, because
by the way, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that to your siblings. They will abuse you.
Nah, you should definitely help.
They will abuse you, and they will just abuse you.
Help your siblings, guys. Don't listen to Nadia. Help your siblings.
I'm not saying
you
not
remember
to
what
help.
it was like, the struggle in uni.
I'm
you
not
want your
saying
siblings
not
going
to
asking
help.
strangers for money.
I'm not saying not to help.
What then?
I'm saying be careful with how you help.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying, you have to teach them.
Because because I was so excited about giving it to him that I was just like, okay, here.
Do I look like an ATM?
Exactly. Until I was like, bruv, like, what's happening? Like, you said you're going to give the money back. It has been 3 years. Where the money at? You know? So, yes, you have to be careful. Like, and that's the other thing. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, learn to manage your money. But how are you going to teach, like, the people around you to manage your money?
Yeah.
Because it's like, with my brother right now, it's like, I'm not giving it you. But that's not really teaching him anything.
Nah, I don't know. I think it's like it's not a learned behavior. I think it's something that like
you need to give it
people
time.
have a person. No, I think people are born like the personality of like spending money and saving money, in the sense of like,
I believe
me
that.
and my brother, like my brother that's a year older than me, said like both of us were raised the same way, literally, right? Like more or less, but we're very different. We have different attitudes to money. We have different attitudes to everything. Like education, like we're driven differently. We have different interests. Like we are very, very different, right? And so like actually, like I think you can teach kids something, right?
Yeah.
But actually, what they'll end up becoming,
it's
is kind of out of your control.
Yeah, 100%.
But also,
I agree with that.
do, and you're right. Like you have to be responsible in like what you give the access to, how you support them, how you navigate that space.
Yeah, because it's not young anymore.
Absolutely not. But the reality is, like, I'll be honest. Like my brother, right? Mashallah, very successful. He works very hard, right? But as much as money as he makes, he spends money like insanely, right? And I can't be mad at him because it's his earned money. My mom always says this to me, by the way. She's like, I'm like, he's spending money like an idiot. Like he should be buying property, da 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 da. Mom was like, but it's his money.
Yeah,
he's earned it. He's worked hard for it, right? So if he's going through a phase where he wants to buy designers left, right, center,
why not?
That's his prerogative. He should be able to do that. And it's actually true. Mom's very much right. Like that's the reality. Like I can't be hating on him, right? Because that's how he wants to spend his money, right? Like I used to be like, I remember like in the beginning, I used to be like, because he like has like some businesses, and like he would open a business, start a different business, and then sell a business, and open a new business, and sell a business, and I'm like, just stick to something, my nigga. Just pick something and stick to it. I was like sick of this, like moving from one business to another, right? And then I started to understand, first of all, this is the entire business concept, like set something up and then sell it. But also the other thing was like, it was like understanding that like he would rent cars instead of like buying a car. And like there was a financial reason for it. It was like it was cheaper to do it actually, to like rent cars for like long term. It was like cheaper than buying a car. And I didn't understand that, of course. I know nothing about cars. I am a princess. I get driven around. So when he kept doing that, I'm like, bro, you're wasting money. Da da da. He's like, you don't understand. Yeah. Like, trust me, this is cheaper to do. And I'm like, they obviously don't understand. You're wasting money. Da da da. I would always be on his case. So I kind of learned to like, first of all, mind my business. But secondly, like understand that like
everyone does it different.
No, not even everyone does it different. Like. We understand wealth differently, right? Yeah. And like I think we come from a generation, like for me anyways, let me give you my like thing of like I watched my parents really struggle like in the early years, and as much as like my father worked very, very hard to make sure that we never felt it, we never saw it, right? I was aware that my dad was working very hard, right? And like I know like what they put in to make sure that like we were able to achieve and like we pushed in our careers and on our fields, right? Yeah. And so to me, it's like I want to make sure that like not a single one of my siblings ever goes through that, right? Or even feels or understands that, right?
And I feel like that's where we kind of like
but
go
I feel like
too far, and we don't
we're
allow them to
we're
learn.
the eldest, that's why.
Yeah, we're not allow them to learn.
Exactly, but our siblings are learning in different ways.
Yeah.
Right? So like actually, I'm watching my brother, who was reckless with money, now be reckless with money, but also be smart with money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a different way. And it's just the way he's
doing it.
Working around and navigating money is very different to me.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's like actually, and even my sister's completely different, like her attitude towards money, and like the younger it gets, and I can only begin to imagine what the youngest is going to be like. Right? That kid just turned 16, he's already been requesting designers for his birthday. But it's like his attitude is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
And I think actually
even more different.
But the attitude to money isn't the issue. But it is actually like for me the ability to acquire wealth. This is something that people don't want to even like think about, right? Yeah. Like the reality is, right, like we think to ourselves like that we're not even able to like acquire wealth beyond like what a normal salary is, right? And so I don't know, I think for me, I've always been like the kind of person that like has wanted to push herself in the field that I'm in, like in politics. There's no money in like the political work that I do. Yeah. That's the reality. Like I did accounting and finance. I could have gone down that route and made loads of money, and that was initially the plan. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I went to uni to make money. That's why I did. Like the math was the math. Why the hell am I going to spend $9,000 a year at university and like not make loads of money? So the idea was to go make money, and then I
found.
chose a righteous path.
Righteous.
Um,
She said righteous.
And my siblings, literally, my brother says this all the time. My siblings don't understand it. They're like, why aren't you like going down your field? Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you actually going down your field and making money? But like, for me, it's because attaining like money isn't really the end goal.
Yeah.
But I actually would like to get to a comfortable space as well. So like a balance.
Which you
of, like,
can.
no, 100%.
Because
100%.
being happy and comfortable doesn't come from money. It just comes from... It's all in your head, guys.
No, 100%. I mean, you gotta live as well. Have you seen the rent prices? But like, no. You've got to find a balance. Balance.
The balance.
You gotta find a balance.
You gotta find the balance.
So I'm finding the balance. But like, but it's a thing of like actually like thinking outside of like people understanding and quantifying. Like I remember having like a conversation with my little cousins, right? And they were talking about like buying houses. Do you know like how there's a game that they all like play? It's like a Roblox.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
online game
They're
where
all
they build
over.
like this weird.
Yeah, they're all over that.
It reminds me of Club Penguin. Do you remember Club Penguin?
No.
I'm old. There was a thing that we used to play back in the day. Okay, it was like Roblox. But anyways, yeah. So they build like they build houses. They buy houses, right? They like furnish it. Da da da. Anyways, so they will all show me like their houses and their properties da, 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 on Roblox. And then I said to them like, guys, how much do you think a house costs, right? And they were like, all of them like give like random figures, right? And they were like throwing like hundreds out, like, you know. And to them, that's a lot of money in it. They're like, yeah, 500,000, 300,000. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I just like show them like actual houses. And like this like, and then like a lot of the houses that I showed them are like £1 million houses. Like we're talking like £4-5 million houses. Like they were like mansions, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they were like, million for that. And I'm like, yeah, because like, these kids are watching like American TV where they're seeing like, actual huge houses. Like I'm talking like fucking castles that cost the same amount of money. And they're looking at this like tiny house in London being like,
This much.
how the hell's that like 2 million? That looks like
asking those questions.
that looks like your house. Like, but I feel like, but the thing is, right, when you're not taught about like quantifying money, like understanding how money works, right? How much money does the average person earn? People don't know that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Actually, most people don't earn above like £60,000 in this country, right? And so when the percentage of like the wealth in this country isn't spread across at all, not even probably at all.
Yeah.
School teachers, what's the average salary that they earn in their career? 35 to 40,000. This is literally the people that are educating our future leaders.
Yeah.
Crazy. Most academics at universities aren't even on full-time contracts. They're on part-time contracts. Staff members at Starbucks earn more than them. Do you know how crazy that is? That's why lecturers have been striking, guys, if you're students. And it's like, of course there's an issue of people, but like kids need to first of all understand like how money works, like, how to spend money. What like the kids know what inflation is. What affects inflation? No. Why did like the value of the pound like drop all of a sudden? Those are really important things to understand.
They don't know anything.
And learn, like link things like A plus B. Like why is the fact that the pound is like really low going to affect my ability to buy a loaf of bread? Do you know people there's the way to measure how much the cost of living has gone up is to look at the cost of milk, bread and eggs, like the core essential items of a household, and that like lets you know like what kind of a cost we're living in. And it's like the pint of milk's been going up, love.
It has.
It's been going up.
I've noticed. I felt it. I like my milk.
Yeah, and the wild thing is I don't even drink milk. I drink freaking oat milk, which is even more expensive.
It's even what, they're £5 now?
It's even more bougie out here. Like, I'll take the pain. But this is the thing.
In the end.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there are basic things that you're not taught.
Yeah, and I feel like it should start at home.
Yeah,
not just like in school.
Not just at home, but yeah, home is definitely a place to start.
Because that's where you're living, isn't it? That's where you spend most of the day, if not in school.
That's very true.
Because in school you have a system already. Like you know what your kid gets taught in school. You're supposed to, anyways.
The curriculum.
Yep. But at home, like I feel like day to day, like shopping and stuff like that. They need to know this stuff.
Budgeting is something everyone should know. That's actually something everyone should learn. Budgeting.
Do you know? I heard once like this guy said that basically like a week, like he will allow his kids to run the house for a week.
Interesting.
Yeah, like everything. Like you decide what we're gonna be buying, what we're gonna be doing, like everything. Like the kid needs to decide. I think that's amazing. Even and I feel like the problem with
I love that.
the parents is like they're afraid the kid will make a mistake, so they don't allow them.
Whole
And
point
it's,
is to make mistakes.
do you know what I mean? Like it's
Learn
like
from it.
they're in a safe place to make a
Yeah,
mistake.
absolutely.
Like even if they're not buying the right thing, like it doesn't matter. Just go with the flow. Like just see where it'll go.
Yeah, let them buy.
Even if you're cringing, even if like guys just buy some food on the side and put it in the bedroom so you can eat it later. But like allow them like to take you on that adventure.
Let them make the
with
mistakes
them
and then learn from it.
in that week and like see where it takes you. Like I feel like
That's
it
a really
will
cool idea.
change so much
Yeah.
like the environment at home because like
Yeah.
he won't be just a kid now.
He's an active participant of the household.
Exactly. Like he knows what's happening around his house. Like he has been running the house for a week. He'll go to school and he'll be like, guys, this is what I know. This is, you know, like he'll be looking at things different. And I think that is so important. Like, and I'm saying this to my auntie, by the way, auntie, you better be listening to this because I'm going to say it to you. Like my auntie, like, well, I think my cousin only started like doing stuff at home, 16, 17?
Okay.
Because for her it's like, oh, they're not gonna do it right, so I might as well do it. And I'm sure my auntie isn't the only one. Like I'm sure there's a lot of parents that are like, you know what, I'm tired. I do not want to be spending time, you know, dealing with my kids. And I get that 100%. I get that. But guys, listen, the time you put on this right now, it'll be the time you won't have to put then. Is having your kids in your house when they're 30, 40, because, you know, they fucked up. So 100%, I think you should allow your kids to have that experience, like to get involved in not only managing the bills, but managing the life at home. So they have like understanding of like what's happening.
No, I agree with that. I think do you know what it reminded me of? Like yesterday, my mom told Zach to buy, I think she told him to buy milk and eggs, that's it. She'd go buy Asda and buy milk and eggs. Him and Salwan, they go Asda. They bought chocolates, crisps. They bought tennis balls. They bought like, it's just the most random bag of stuff, right? They only brought milk, no eggs. Mum was like, I literally asked you to buy 2 things. You bought 3 shopping bags.
And you only bought one thing.
And it just reminded me, if you never do the shopping, you're not going to think about that, innit?
Because they go there and they're just having fun. They're like, oh, let's buy things that we like.
They're like, oh, look at this.
Even though she told him, like, buy milk and eggs.
And then they both came home, yeah. They're like, we should never go shopping together.
Honestly. But it's the truth. Like, what you're saying is the truth. It's like they have no understanding whatsoever. Because, like, they've never done that. It's like my cousin, like, my auntie went away and he stayed home. He put her wash machine on.
Oh, he mixed them.
And
mixed the clothes.
No, not even that. Okay. He didn't put any detergent on it. Like, he didn't put anything on it.
Okay, that's not the worst.
So he put it to wash. My auntie came home and like the wash machine was just like, it was weird. Like, I don't know, he must have done something. So she was literally like complaining. Like, he was like, what on earth did you do? Like, can you not even put a wash machine to work? So I was like, have you ever taught him? And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you're saying like, how can you not put a wash machine to work? But have you ever taught him to use the wash machine? No, but that's not. I'm like, whoa, just stop right there. If you've never taught him, how do you expect him to know how to do it? Like,
That's true. That's 100% true.
You know, and it was that managing like of a house. Like, I feel like kids need to learn, and I feel like they'll be a lot happier and a lot healthier if they're involved on your day-to-day managing of the house. And I feel like that will spread into managing of the money because like they'll be aware of that.
You're just giving them responsibility.
100%.
That's what they need.
Yeah. Because like they'll know what's priority. Like when they're going to university, like they'll know how to like, you know, what comes first, what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know,
teach them basic life skills.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it is. It's literally basic life skills.
And on top of that, it'll make life so much easier for you guys. Honestly, like
Parenting tip 101.
101 parenting tip. Like it'll make life so much easier if you're able to slave your kids. Joking, I'm joking. Ain't nobody talking about slaving your kids. Like, don't do that, guys. Because I know some parents that will be, you know,
She's been through it.
you know, like you always have the opposite. It's like you either like your kids don't do anything at home, or your kids are fully out there doing everything. It's like
I run my household.
do you know what I mean? It's like they do.
I raised those kids by myself.
everything.
I mean, I am the eldest daughter. And as the eldest daughter, I run that household.
Hope your mom can hear you.
I was my mom's greatest achievement.
I hope your mom can hear you.
She knows this. She just will never admit it.
To your face, but to everyone else, you'll be like, my daughter.
I'll
You know how it
raise
works.
those niggas.
You know how it works.
Now, on a serious though, I think the moral of the story is don't spend money on lattes and avocado toast. And you too can buy a house.
Ka-ching.
I'm kidding. Honestly.
I mean, are we really kidding though?
I'm absolutely kidding.
Yeah, and like learn to take risks. I think like with money nowadays, you have to like take risks.
Don't buy into those like money pyramid schemes.
Oh my goodness, yeah, do not. Like my brother loves them.
Send me £500. I'm gonna turn it into 2,000.
Yeah, don't
in a week.
Do not,
Definitely not.
do not fall into that trap of easy money. I know, like it can be a struggle at times.
You know what somebody said to me recently? Got me thinking that I actually agree, but I don't know. It was one of those things. Anyways, they said to me, "There's no such thing as self-made."
In what sense?
Like, do you know how people are like, "Yeah, I got here by myself." Like, I'm self-made.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Self-made, like a self-made.
Biggest.
You know, like self-made millionaires.
Yeah,
self-made.
yeah. It's like you and there by
There are
yourself.
self-made billionaires.
There's a
I feel
whole
like billionaire
pyramid.
comes from like generational wealth, but yeah, like, do you think there's a concept of like being self-made millionaire?
Do you mean like in a sense like they did it by themselves, or in a
Yeah.
sense of like it came from someone else?
I became a millionaire by myself.
Well, no, of course not. Like with everything, like you always need people around you. Like you cannot do things by yourself.
You don't believe in becoming a billionaire.
No.
Millionaire by yourself.
No, unless like you're the only one in that company working and going through everything, then 100% you are self-made. Well done. Here's a gold sticker. But if you have, 100, 200, 300 workers behind you, there's nothing self-made about you.
Yeah,
They made you.
facts.
Sorry, guys, but you've been made.
Yeah.
You are not self-made. You've been made. And yeah.
You're not self-made. You've been made.
It's like one of those prank, prank things.
No, honest. No. You're 100% right. I think. But also, like, I get the concept of like actually, self-made in the sense that like you don't come from generational wealth. Like you've like acquired that wealth through working hard and like like investing. But like you haven't done that by yourself. Like you need to acknowledge that people have opened doors for you before you even knew.
That's what I mean.
Before you even born.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So yeah, you can't really say self-made in that sense. But
No,
I do agree with the concept of self-made in the sense
Like,
that,
I understand why they say self-made because they're trying to separate themselves from, but at the same time, like
generational wealth, yeah.
you have to understand that no matter what you're doing, I don't care if you're, a small business, like you're gonna have people.
But Donald Trump only had an investment about what was it? Was it like a couple of million that he had from his father?
What, Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
Don't know.
He calls himself self-made.
Listen, some people are jokes out there, so...
He said, I started out with nothing, just a couple of millions to my name.
Oh, did you not hear the princess of Angola? She said that she started with selling eggs. Chicken eggs.
She said she made her money from selling eggs. A big princess. I love that.
So I think her and Donald Trump should get together and do something about it. I'm saying like he was gonna have those smart cookies.
Everyone came from somewhere. 100%.
Smart cookies, but
everyone came from somewhere. But yeah, world domination is in order. So guys, we need to start saving our money, or else we can't take it.
Yeah, and like, don't be afraid, like, you know, to teach other people. Because I feel like a lot of us are like, especially like African people, like my culture. Like, I feel like we're all afraid of spreading our knowledge.
That's not true.
For you, it's not. For us, yes.
I'm not African.
Yeah, you are African, but you're not my culture. My people.
So you speaking on behalf of all Angolans today?
100% I am.
God forbid.
100% I am.
Angola never claimed you.
They had no choice.
Now, honestly,
They dragged me there.
I don't think.
And when I say
Our
like,
culture
don't be
don't communicate.
afraid to spread the knowledge, I mean like, we don't look at the next person next to us and, you know, and see how can we both be great. We'll look at ourselves and be, how can I be great and how can I bring that guy down? And that's, for me, is the problem.
Okay, but let me tell you something, right? Let's look at wealth, right? Let's look at black people that have made it in the UK, right? And like that have pulled other people behind them, like Stormzy.
That's the UK.
That's just, I'm giving you an example, bro. Listen,
I'm talking about my land.
forget Angola. I don't care about Angola.
That's your problem right there. That is your problem, right? See, do you see what I mean? Do you see, like, she is a sister, and what she's doing right now, she's putting you guys down, and that's what I'm talking about right now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's the kind of thing I'm talking about here.
Unserious flex today.
You know,
I can't take
this is
you
what
serious.
I'm talking about.
We're talking about some serious topics. We're
People.
talking about money.
It's the kind of people
We're talking about generational
keep
wealth. We're
away.
talking about building black communities.
Nah, I'm only talking about
We're
managing
talking
your
about
money.
empowering black people.
I'm talking about managing your money.
And then
if you can
she's
manage
out
your
here-
money, then you can go into that.
She's out here
But until then,
setting all of Angola
stay
against
here.
me.
Nah, they too lazy for now. What are you talking about?
A'udhu billah. I'm kidding. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, I'm sliding into this chat.
I'm glad it's you doing the sliding, not me.
Anyways. No, you're just busy setting all of Angola against me.
I would never.
I lost
do
my train of
that.
thought.
I would never
I
do
have
sister.
no idea. I have
Sister
absolutely
Zamzam.
no
I would never do that.
She called me Sister Zamzam.
You are my sister. Wakanda forever. Anyways, no. Like, what I'm trying to say is,
Continue.
do not be afraid to grow
Okay.
with the people around you. That's what I'm saying. Which I feel like we have a hard time doing that.
But can I finish the point I was making?
Of course you can. That's what I just said to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyways, the point, on a serious though, the point I was trying to make is that like, there's a consistent criticism of black people that make money, right? That don't bring black people along with them.
Yeah.
And then you have black people that make money and bring people along with them, right? And
Yeah.
Stormzy is a good example I can give because Stormzy opened a publishing,
Yeah.
so black writers can publish books.
Yeah.
He gives scholarships to like Oxford. Was it Oxford or Cambridge? One of those elite institutions. But he did like a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Like community projects to give back. So he's consistently pulled black people up when he's succeeded and when he's made money, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of other black artists have done the same thing. A lot of black actors have done the same thing. Like
Yeah.
whether it's like openly, like Stormzy has, or behind the record, behind the scenes, you don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. But there's a lot of people also that like haven't, right? But I don't know if it's like entitled to think that there is a duty for them to do that.
No, it's not a duty. 100% it's not. They don't have to.
But do you think that's like an entitled mentality to be like, why aren't they bringing black people along with them? You know?
But it's like we were talking yesterday. It was like, I feel like people, because their friend has money or because their friend is a different level now, they think like, oh, you should be doing this for me because now you have this. So you can afford it.
You think?
100% people have that. And I think that's why a lot of people won't do it. Because it's like, I'm not going to do it because you want me to do it because you think I need to do it. I honestly think that's
But
a lot of the reason why people won't do it.
though, like those people got there because of their support. You know what I mean? Stormzy didn't become big because
It depends how they see
like,
it.
He was supported by the black community.
100%, but it depends how they see it.
Like, you know what I mean? He sold out. He became big because of
Yeah.
the love, the support, the energy that came from the black community.
Yeah.
Right? So like, and so he gave back. He recognized that.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. There's, to me,
But not-
it is entitled, but at the same time, it's like, I think it's the right level of entitlement to expect from, like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, and it's not even money, like, in the sense of like, I'm broke, don't be asking me for money. But in the sense of like, I didn't get to where I was by myself. I was literally elected at every stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I held mandates. So actually, for people to have expectations of me is normal, because I wouldn't be able to got to where I am without people sacrificing time, energy
Yeah.
to get me there. Do you know what I mean? So there's a level of expectation that's going to come.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think that entitlement of like my time and energy is wrong, but I think it comes at like a level. Do you know what I mean? It comes at like don't be asking me to be doing you favors.
But that's what people do, though. And that's what I'm talking about. And
I know,
I feel like where
100%.
that bridge comes in, because like, you might take it in a way like, you're right, brother, you know, you're right, I should be doing more.
Yeah.
But others might be like,
Like,
actually, no.
yeah, but that's when they become sellouts.
But I don't think like people should be sellouts. Like, I think we should have a choice. The same way you had a choice to support him, regardless of whether he was going to make it or not, he had a choice to say no,
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
you know? Because if he didn't make it, then what?
Yeah. It's true.
You're going to be a sellout because you're going to be like, you know what? I don't need you in my life.
That's true. So you're basically saying that like your support shouldn't be conditional.
100%.
Yeah.
I honestly, especially like when it comes to fans, because I think it happens a lot, you know, like it shouldn't be like you shouldn't put, because it's a pressure, Sam. It's a real pressure, like having like the world in your back being like, you need to do this because we gave you this. It's like your parents,
Oh yeah, 100%.
you know? So I don't
Good
think
example.
like, I honestly don't think that should be
I
like,
brought you into this world, so you better do it.
that's the same way I can take you out. No, honestly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 100%.
So I don't
100%.
think like people should have that kind of like mentality, and I honestly believe that's one of the reasons why a lot of like African people won't be able, when they go up, they kind of like, you know, cut off a lot of people, because it's like they fully like into your face, like they expect you to treat you a certain way, and I'm like, yeah, so what? I have a few more millions than you. Doesn't mean I have to pay for everything. Doesn't mean I have to pay for your whole life now.
No, yeah,
That makes no
somebody else
sense.
as well.
You know, that makes no sense. It's one thing for you to ask me, oh, brother, listen, I have a business that I want to do. Can you support me? Can you help me? That I understand 100%, you know? I mean, still, you don't have to do it, but that I understand. But when you feel like, oh, you should be buying this, you should be doing this, I'm like, and some people, they're so like, about the, like, they will go out, eat and everything. They won't even like, we're going to like divide. They'll just like straight out walk out and like they leave the bill. It's like,
Yeah. But you know what? We're different in this sense though, because I believe in like staggered wealth. So like if I'm earning disproportionately more than somebody else, then I should pay disproportionately more. I believe that.
I believe that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, you shouldn't have like not everyone needs to believe that, and you shouldn't cut people off because they don't believe that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say, and that's what happens like nowadays. Like people get cut off,
yeah,
because they're not acting the way you expect them to act.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't believe in that. Like doesn't matter. Like
that's true.
How
I
you
think
think?
I think it's just different attitudes to money. I think, but I do think that people that are my attitude to money in the sense is like, if somebody can't afford something, like, and they're a friend to you, right?
so
then,
why wouldn't you?
Then yeah, why wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah,
it's not
it
a
makes
big deal.
sense.
Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
If they were actual friend, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to, they're not really your friend.
Yeah.
But like, in the sense of like, it's like something like food, something like if we go out to eat somewhere, right, and say you're not working right now,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna expect you to pay.
Yeah.
Right? If you're able to contribute, that's cool. If you're not, then
That
that's
makes
cool
sense,
also, right?
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying is, but there's no expectation for you to do the same thing for me.
That.
Do you know
But
what I
that's
mean? There
yeah.
isn't.
But
But I think
feel
that people have that
people-
expectation. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And I feel like people at times they'll do certain things so they can get it in return. And I know
Facts.
a few friends
Yeah.
that are like that. Like they'll do it and they'll tell you they'll do it, so you're aware of it. So when they come to you, it's like, do you remember? And you're like, right.
Remember in 1994 when I bought you that Kool-Aid?
So yeah, I know we went from managing to
Yeah.
how, but
We went from like managing to attitudes.
yeah, towards it. But yeah, guys, like,
I don't think there was like anything conclusive though that we reached, because I think we're both learning how
Yeah,
to
but,
like
because
manage and like learning
that,
attitudes
like
to money.
you said, like different people will do things differently. Like
100%.
different people will have different ways of doing it. Like I have my way, you have your way, and probably as we grow older, it will change even more. So, but for me, it's just like you becoming aware of that while you're young.
Yeah.
So, like your flops won't be as painful,
True.
It's different when you're 30 and when you're 40s. Like that flop at that age is,
Okay.
your bones a bit,
If you say so.
your bones are a bit. So yeah, just be careful, guys.
So yeah, we're gonna keep learning, keep growing,
Yeah,
keep saving,
yeah.
learning to save, learning to spend.
And keep changing your attitude towards it.
Guys, just be happy. Do what makes you happy. That's it. That's the advice. That's it.
Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving us this
Supporting
hour of
your time, your energy.
Yeah, 100%.
Share with us your thoughts on like how to spend money, save money.
Yeah, how you do it.
Yeah.
How is it you guys do
Give
it?
us
Like
some advice.
how
Educate us.
and what is your attitude towards it as well? I'm sure you guys have friends, that probably have a lot more money than you, or you don't. So how do you deal with that? Like, how do you actually? That's a good one. How do you deal with your friends that have less money than you?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because you know about
there's like a power dynamic that exists between
100%.
So interesting.
Maybe next time. I never know. But yes, thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and we shall see you on the next episode. Thank you.